Okay, our essential question for today. So by the end of the notes, we will know what the domain and range tells us about a function or a relation. Our domain is going to be the set of all the first numbers of the ordered pairs. Those are the x values. So domain is x, which means range is a set of the second numbers, which are our y values. So domain is x, range is y. People remember that because it's alphabetical order. D comes before R in the alphabet, X comes before Y in the alphabet. I like to remember it because the Y looks like the G in range. They both have that thing that loops down, so Y and range go together. Good question? No. Okay. So domain is just a list of X values, range is just a list of Y values. For example, we have this set of ordered pairs. The domain will be listing all of the X values. So -1, -3, 6, 2, 0, and 4. You should list them least to greatest. So I'm going to rewrite this. -3, -1, 0, 2, 4, 6. Your range will be the list of Y values, 3, 5, 2, -2, -1, and 0. Again, we should list them from least to greatest. -2, -1, 0, 2, 3, and 5. Down below are questions you might see on your test. So if we need to identify the domain and range of this table, our domain, we list the X values. -1, 2, 2 again, but I already wrote it, so I'm not going to write it again. 2 again, but I already wrote it, so I'm not going to write 2 again. So the only numbers in this side are -1 and 2. Don't double write them. For our range, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. None of those numbers repeated. If we're given a graph, the easiest thing to do is to write out the ordered pairs and then list the domain and range. So, A is at the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for X. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Y. So A is at 5, 4. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1. C is at 1, 1, 2, 3, so 1, -3. D is at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5, -1. And you see if there aren't numbers here, you just count the lines. You assume every line is 1. E is at -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -2, 6. So my domain are the X values, all those first numbers. -5, -2, 1, 5, and 6. I went from left to right of where the ordered pairs are because those are in least to greatest already. For the range, I'll go from bottom to top because that's least to greatest. So I'll start with C. C is at C is at -3. The Y values for B and D are -1. I'm only going to write that one time. The Y value for A is at 4, and the Y value for E is at 6. So there are 5 different numbers in the domain. There are only 4 different numbers in the range. Questions? Okay, last question. This is the question people get wrong a lot. This says, what is the greatest value in the range of y equals -2x plus 3, for the domain of negative 2, 0, 1, and 3. These are all x values. So x could be negative 2, it could be 0, it could be 1, or it could be 3. I'm going to make a little table to help us out. So there are different numbers I can plug in for x. I could plug in negative 2, I could plug in 0, I could plug in 1, or I could plug in 3. If I plug negative 2 in for x, we have negative 2 times x, which we're picking as negative 2, plus 3. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plug in 0 next, because that's the next number in our list. Negative 2 times 0 plus 3. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. Plug in negative 1 next. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. And plug in 3 last. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Plus 3 is negative 3. So, this is my range. 7, 3, 1, negative 3. The question says, what is the greatest value in the range of y equals negative 2x plus 3 for this domain? This is my range. What's the biggest number here? 7. So it doesn't ask for the whole range, it just asks for the biggest number. You have to find your range to find the biggest number. Okay? Questions? No? Okay.